Rome, the city of seven hills, began as a humble settlement in the 8th century BCE. Located on the banks of the Tiber River in central Italy, it was ideally situated for trade and defense. The river provided a source of water and a means of transportation. The surrounding hills offered natural protection from invaders. The early Romans were a practical people, focused on agriculture and survival. They lived in small villages scattered across the Roman hills. Over time, these villages coalesced into a larger settlement, eventually becoming the city of Rome. As Rome grew, it expanded its influence over its neighbors. The Romans were skilled warriors and strategists. They gradually conquered the other Latin-speaking peoples of Latium, the region surrounding Rome. By the 6th century BCE, Rome had become the dominant power in Latium. It was a thriving city with a growing population and a complex social structure. Rome was poised to embark on its journey to becoming one of the most powerful empires in history. The early history of Rome is shrouded in myth and legend. According to tradition, Rome was founded in 753 BCE by the twin brothers Romulus and Remus. The story of their birth and rivalry is one of the most famous in Roman mythology. Rome was initially ruled by a series of 7 kings, beginning with Romulus. These kings were not hereditary monarchs, but rather elected leaders. They held significant power, acting as both religious and military leaders. The reigns of the Roman kings were a time of significant growth and development for the city. The Romans built temples, established laws, and expanded their territory. They also developed their military prowess, laying the foundation for their future conquests. The last king of Rome, Tarquinius Superbus, was a tyrant who was overthrown in 509 BCE. This event marked the end of the Roman monarchy and the beginning of the Roman Republic. The Romans were determined to prevent the rise of another tyrant. The Roman Republic emerged in the 6th century BCE. It blended democratic and oligarchic elements. The Senate, a body of elder statesmen, advised the magistrates. There was a constant struggle for power between patricians and plebeians. Plebeians fought for political rights and economic equality. Their struggles led to new laws and institutions. The Republic saw significant military expansion. Rome's disciplined legions conquered vast territories. The Punic Wars against Carthage were defining moments. Rome's victory cemented its dominance in the Western Mediterranean. The Roman army was one of the most effective fighting forces in ancient history. It was renowned for its discipline, organization, and adaptability. Roman soldiers were trained to fight in close formation, using their shields and swords to devastating effect. The Roman legion, the basic unit of the Roman army, was a formidable force. It was made up of heavily armed infantrymen, supported by auxiliary troops such as archers and cavalry. Legions were highly organized and could be deployed quickly and effectively. The Roman army's success was due in part to its sophisticated system of logistics and engineering. The Romans built roads, bridges, and forts that allowed them to move troops and supplies quickly and efficiently. They were also skilled siege engineers, able to capture even the most heavily fortified cities. The Roman army played a crucial role in the expansion and defense of the Roman Republic, and later the Roman Empire. It was a key factor in Rome's rise to dominance in the ancient world. Section 5. Roman culture. A tapestry of influences. Roman culture was not monolithic. It was a vibrant tapestry woven from the threads of many different cultures. The Romans were influenced by their neighbors in Italy, particularly the Etruscans and the Greeks. From the Etruscans, the Romans adopted elements of their religion, art, and architecture. The Etruscan influence can be seen in early Roman temples and tombs, as well as in their use of divination and augury. The Romans also borrowed heavily from Greek culture, particularly in the areas of art, literature, and philosophy. Greek statuary, for example, was highly prized by the Romans. They copied Greek masterpieces and commissioned their own works from Greek artists. Roman writers and philosophers drew inspiration from their Greek predecessors, adapting Greek ideas to a Roman context. Despite their admiration for Greek culture, the Romans retained their own distinct identity. They valued practicality, discipline, and loyalty above all else. These values were reflected in their art, literature, and everyday life. Section 6. The rise of Christianity. A new faith emerges. Christianity emerged in the Roman Empire in the 1st century CE. It began as a small Jewish sect in Judea, a Roman province. Jesus of Nazareth, a Jewish preacher, is considered the founder of Christianity. His followers believed him to be the Messiah, the Son of God. Christianity spread rapidly throughout the Roman Empire. It appealed to people from all walks of life, offering a message of hope, salvation, and a personal relationship with God. Early Christians faced persecution from Roman authorities. They were seen as a threat to Roman order and stability. Despite persecution, Christianity continued to grow. The Emperor Constantine's conversion to Christianity in the 4th century CE marked a turning point for the new religion. Constantine granted Christians freedom of worship and made Christianity the official religion of the Roman Empire. Section 7. The Roman Empire, from Augustus to Constantine. The Roman Republic, weakened by internal strife, gave way to the Roman Empire in the 1st century BCE. Augustus Caesar became the first Roman emperor in 27 BCE. He ushered in the Pax Romana, a period of peace and prosperity. The empire reached its greatest extent under Trajan in the 2nd century CE. It encompassed vast territories around the Mediterranean Sea. The Roman Empire was highly centralized and bureaucratic. Despite challenges, the empire endured for over 5 centuries. Section 8. Engineering marvels, Roman ingenuity and innovation. The Romans were renowned for their engineering achievements. They were masters of construction, building roads, bridges, aqueducts, and public buildings that have stood the test of time. Roman engineers were highly skilled and innovative. They developed new techniques and materials that allowed them to construct structures on an unprecedented scale. Roman roads, built to facilitate the movement of troops and goods, were remarkably straight and durable. They connected all parts of the empire, facilitating trade and communication. Roman aqueducts, marvels of hydraulic engineering, brought fresh water to cities and towns across the empire. These structures, some of which are still in use today, are a testament to Roman ingenuity. Section 9. The Fall of Rome, an empire in decline. The Roman Empire, once the dominant power in the Western world, began to decline in the 3rd century CE. A complex interplay of factors contributed to the empire's downfall. These factors included political instability, economic crises, barbarian invasions, and the rise of Christianity. The Roman Empire had become too large to govern effectively. Succession crises and civil wars became increasingly common, weakening the empire from within. Economic problems, including inflation and declining trade, further exacerbated the empire's woes. Barbarian tribes, pushed westward by pressure from the Huns, exerted increasing pressure on the empire's borders. The Romans, weakened by internal strife and economic problems, found it increasingly difficult to repel these invaders. The rise of Christianity, once a source of strength for the empire, also contributed to its decline. Christianity's emphasis on spiritual matters and the afterlife undermined traditional Roman values. It also led to divisions within Roman society, as pagans and Christians clashed over religious beliefs. Section 10. Rome's enduring legacy. Echoes of an empire. The Roman Empire, despite its eventual fall, left an enduring legacy that continues to shape the world today. Roman law, language, architecture, and political thought have all had a profound impact on Western civilization. Roman law, with its emphasis on justice and equity, forms the basis of many legal systems around the world. Latin, the language of ancient Rome, evolved into the Romance languages, including French, Spanish, Italian, and Portuguese. Roman architectural styles, such as the arch, the vault, and the dome, have been imitated and adapted throughout history. Roman political thought, with its emphasis on civic duty, the rule of law, and the importance of a strong central government, has influenced political thinkers for centuries. The Roman Empire may be long gone, but its legacy lives on in countless ways.